Rise and shine, weather weenies. It is a snowy one out there. Let's talk about how the forecast has changed slightly, but in a really important way this morning. As my weather weenies know, and we're going to review here, the type of precipitation you get, whether it's like snow, sleet, freezing rain, or rain, depends on how warm the air is above you. And so they've said, based upon some changes in the forecast models of what's happening with those temperatures, they've increased ice amounts in some of the higher elevations, southern New Hampshire. This will be after a slug of several inches of snow and a period of sleet. Did not forecast greater than a half an inch of ice. A half an inch of ice, people. Are you kidding me? This is not a good thing. Cap below because of various mitigating factors. We're not going to get into that. Many of us are going to get to experience this process in one day, starting to snow and the warm air moves in above, but high enough to melt the snow into rain and then give those little pellets enough time to freeze and fall again as sleet. But if not, with how cold it is at the surface, I'm in the Monadnock region, it's 24 degrees down here. That warm air moves in above, melts that rain, and it falls into this shallow 24-degree pool where everything around us is also below freezing. Get freezing rain, and this is what's going to be the biggest concern before it changes over to rain. These are forecast ice totals. You can see the increase from yesterday. These red swaths are between a quarter and a half an inch of ice. Let that fall on top of your snow if you get any. Oh my gosh, you're not going to want to scrape that off stuff. And here are the snowfall forecasts for the same area. Big increase for the North Country-ish kind of. I mean, once you get over a foot and a half, does it matter? Let's check Maine snow. I'll move my big fat head. Here you go. And Maine ice. Notice a residual theme here across the southern parts of these states. Here we have snow totals for Vermont, and here are the ice concerns. So thankfully it's limited just to the southern portions. It doesn't look like the severity of what we're going to see in southern New Hampshire and Maine. And last but not least, Massachusetts, not a big event for you, but there is going to be some ice. This orange level is more than just a trace. I mean, this could be up to a quarter of an inch. So expecting like a tenth, 2/10 of an inch ish in this northwestern part. So just remember, several of us are going to be marching along this path today. I'm still over here. Hopefully you are too, unless you're really far south here as of like 8 a.m. And what you do about timing and cleanup today is just going to be wild. So like I alluded to earlier, I'm leaving the snow for a little bit for the sleet and freezing rain to go into. I would rather chip away freezing rain on top of snow and get rid of it. I might be doing it while it's raining. But to clear all your snow and everything and have the freezing rain just fall and stick, that's going to be yucky. It's going to stay below freezing tomorrow. And that's just not a mess I want to deal with. But this is like, oh my God, half dozen in one hand, 12 in the other. They both are awful. So good luck out there. Try not to travel around too much. Stay hunkered down, and we'll take a look at what this looked like tomorrow.